District 13 is a supernatural drama taking place in the city of Philadelphia within the fictional 13th Police Department. And you'll find that almost all the characters in the main cast are supernatural entities themselves.
District 13 is an awesome show. It combines a multitude of genres. There's horror, comedy, action, there's drama. Everything aside from tentacle porn is included. And now that the creator of the show has just heard this, I'm assuming he's already got an episode in mind.
Just working with everybody so great. You know, you see a lot of sets and a lot of people butt heads. I've been on plenty of sets where people kind of butt heads, but everyone wants the same thing, to make a good show.
It's a very professional feel, but at the same time it's fun to come here every day and work and act, and we all make each other better. Like, I personally have been acting with these guys for several years, but now we have new people coming in that like make me want to raise my level of acting.
What I can tell you is that you have a lot to look forward to in District 13. You'll be seeing things that I don't think anyone has ever put on a television show before, or if they have, they haven't put it on in this way.
It's nice. It's a police procedural, and I've done some before, but it's a police procedural that's, as you know, it's a little bit, it's different. We're police officers, yeah, but we're a little bit different than your normal average run-of-the-mill cops.
It's like all business as far as like the crime and stuff, with like an undertone of like some crazy shit's going on.
I love the show. It's deep and it makes you think. I mean, there are good and there's bad and there's the gray area, and life is the gray area. Sometimes in television and movies and whatever, they ignore the gray area. There's the good guy, there's the bad guy. This is real. This is like, there's good and there's bad and there's plenty of in between.
They know what they're doing, and they put so much effort and detail into it, and that will show. District 13 takes what the system had at the end of their run and ramps it up by 10.
Production quality of the show is just through the roof. So I haven't worked with such a high production quality in ever. This set's top notch. Costume design top notch. Art, just anything that involves the art direction, anything that involves the actors, just the show as a whole encompasses everything that you want out of a, supernatural procedural.
I like the writing a lot. The writing on the system that I saw was great, and I loved it, but the bar has totally been raised. This is a new level for us, you know.
Waiting for the next script because I want to know what happens next, and it's that kind of thing where I want to know what happens and I'm in it.
If you're a fan of big, ridiculously insane stories, in a good way to say that, this is the show for you. It's got so much, it's so deep between the characters, the history it pulls from.
The writers of District 13 know what the fuck they're doing. They know that they know where they're gonna end up. They know how to get there, and once they get there, it leaves you in such a state of catatonic awe.
I think it's a very interesting storyline. It's not a typical, like, paranormal kind of thing.
To me, the main difference with this show and other supernatural dramas is we're not trying to be like the standard supernatural drama. Like, we try to think outside the box.
When they have a type of character, they follow that line so strictly, and it's boring because you know what you're getting beforehand. With our characters, they're real, even if they are what they are.
The paranormals are the show, as opposed to just the thing you hunt or the thing you learn about. Well, that's all in there. You're really seeing them in a different light than you've ever seen them before.
Everybody should watch the show because it's a very interesting take on the supernatural and what they would do in the real world and with somebody else who's a human, and having to trust that person and having him have to gain that trust with everybody. It's pretty interesting.
You see a lot more of the mythology behind it. It's clear for me because I saw that Darcy and Dustin, they did a lot of research.
an incredible amount of research goes into making each and every episode, each and every character, each and every dialogue that these characters say. We want to stay as true as we can to the actual lore with respect to all the different cultures that they come from, but at the same time we also want to give them something new.
We really wanted to both respect the lore and be creative with it. We didn't want to go crazy, but we don't want to stay by the book. If we're by the book, you've heard it before, and if we go crazy, you feel no connection with some of the lore that we have.
I think that the characters that we've laid out, that we've designed, the way that we've been able to cast them has been the focal point of the show.
The entire time you're watching, you're going to be thinking, do I like this person? Whoever's on screen, do you like them? And you're going to like them for some parts, and you're not going to like them for others. And that's kind of like real life. And Dustin does a great job with the writing in kind of making you feel that middle ground.
I've done a couple of dark things before. This is quite possibly the darkest gig that I've ever had. It totally works. It totally works. That's I said that's the theme. That's what drives the show, is the absolute darkness of it. If there were no darkness about this show, our characters would have no jobs. Let's put it that way.
It has a very wide range of emotions you're going to find throughout watching the show. You're going to see a lot of drama, of course. You're going to see a lot of comedy, moments that make you laugh, that really make you fall in love with the characters. There's going to be a lot of sad moments. There's going to be a lot of really happy moments.
It's a little serious, a little dark, but I also think there's a little bit of a comedy to it, but not too much that it overpowers it.
The tone is a nice balance between comedy and drama. You don't get too much of one, you don't get too much of the other. You just get a nice blend of both.
It plucks some tonal cues from Joss Whedon works. It knows when to make you laugh, and it knows when to punch you in the gut, knock you out, steal your kidney, wake up in a bathtub full of ice.
I really think it's actually phenomenal. I didn't think like half the stuff we're doing we can actually even really do.
Behind the scenes, the actors are passionate. We love what we're doing.
This show has more heart than any show, any movie any blockbuster movie that I've seen in some time.
District 13 lends a new perspective to the paranormal drama and a new perspective to the crime drama. We don't just do that by meshing them together. We do that by letting you see things from a point of view that you're not used to seeing them. And as a result, we've got this really unique and fun show that I think that you're really going to enjoy for the perspective alone.
The flow of the show is like no other. The story, once it gets you by your balls, it holds you by your balls. And it tells you, hey, I have your balls, and you're just, I'm here for the ride. You can have my balls at this point, take them. And then it takes you on a balls journey.
Working on District 13 is a lot of fun because it's a similar cast and crew to another show, The System. They're a good group of people.
And I'm so glad to be working with all my old family, if you will, from The System.
It's a lot of fun. The atmosphere is great here. So, yeah. Have a good time. Joke, lighthearted. Yay.
So I just gotta say, just the experience on here is just great. I'm really looking forward to the future.
It's very involved. It's I know it's gonna continue to grow and become more and more interesting. It's gonna be one of those things that you have to sit down and watch every single episode before you even go to work.
It's all just one idea. Like I said, let's make a good show. And I think that's why everyone works so well together, and that's why the product looks good. The pilot looks great. The episodes look great. The scenes, the costumes, the makeup, the acting, everything just works so well together into making a really cool, clever, interesting, and creepy show.
You can watch as many trailers as you want. You can read as much about what you're going to see as you want, but you're in for a treat and you're in for a surprise.
For those of you who have kept in touch with Studio 302 Productions and those of you who might be new to our shows, I just want to welcome you all back to our newest show, and I hope that you enjoy it because this is the greatest thing we've ever done, and it's only getting better. So stay tuned.
I think everybody should watch this show because it's amazing. Duh. Hello. Watch this show, 'cause I said so. That's why. Really, you don't need any other reasons. Really?